Hello there. Patchy fog caused disruption for some on Tuesday morning, and there's likely to be more of the same on Wednesday, but mainly in the south of the UK, where we have the influence of this area of high pressure and some light winds. Further north and west, a very different type of weather. This weather front pushing in from the northwest, and ahead of it, lots of isobars on that chart. Some increasingly strong winds. But with light winds further south for central and southern parts of England into Wales, we will see some fog patches, perhaps a little more widespread than on Tuesday morning, and some of that fog could be quite slow to clear. But across England and Wales, we should see some spells of sunshine. Northern Ireland and Scotland tending to see more clouds, some rain getting into the northwest of Scotland, and ahead of that, some very strong and gusty winds with gusts of perhaps 75 miles per hour in exposed spots in the northwest of Scotland. Temperatures generally between 7 and 10 degrees, but it may stay a little colder than that if you keep fog with you for any length of time across the south. Now, as we head through Wednesday night, we'll see this band of rain, maybe some snow over high ground on its back edge, and that will push its way southwards and eastwards. This weather front weakening as it goes. It's running into an area of high pressure. Some wintry showers starting to develop across Scotland, especially over some of the hills and mountains, but in Shetland especially, could see some snow to low levels for a time. Those showers tending to ease as we move through the day on Thursday. It will still be quite windy across the northern half of the UK. Further south, spells of sunshine and highs of 8 or 9 degrees. Now, our area of high pressure builds across the south as we move into Friday, but this next frontal system running across the north of the UK, and this weather setup will deliver winds from the Atlantic. Quite a mild wind direction, so temperatures will tend to rise. On Friday, we will see cloud and some outbreaks of rain across parts of Scotland. The far north of Scotland seeing some heavy rain, some patchy rain perhaps into Northern Ireland, Northern England, best of the sunshine further south. But temperatures climbing, 9 degrees for Cardiff, maybe 12 or 13 in Aberdeen. And then as we head into the weekend, well, this area of high pressure will still be close by. Frontal systems just running across the top of that high, and still some quite brisk winds in the north as well. Further south, where the winds are light, well, we may well return to a story of mist and fog. And there'll be some quite large areas of cloud around at times, but equally some spells of sunshine, perhaps the best of the sunshine in sheltered eastern spots where temperatures could well climb to 12 or 13 degrees, certainly above the norm for the time of year. Then we look ahead to Sunday, still some patchy fog across parts of England and Wales. Further north, Northern Ireland and Scotland, the wind's probably too strong for much in the way of fog. There will be some patches of cloud, some sunny spells, and temperatures still 9 to 11, maybe 12 degrees, so still on the mild side of what we might normally expect. Now, as we head into next week, it looks like our area of high pressure will, at least for a time, have less of an influence, and we'll see frontal systems pushing in from the Atlantic, bringing some outbreaks of rain at times. Maybe cold enough for some wintry showers in the north, but generally speaking, this weather setup will be mild. The big question mark is all about this area of high pressure. It may try to build its way back northwards at times, and that would introduce some drier weather at times through next week across the south. But more generally, we're expecting outbreaks of rain at times, often windy. Generally, it will be mild, and we probably won't have so many problems with fog.